The Dock and the Rocking Chair, Lake Tahoe, Nevada side, September 2025. Ruth O'Connor stood on the cedar dock at sunrise, coffee steaming in a chipped enamel mug. The lake lay flat as a coin, reflecting the Sierra Peaks like a second sky. Behind her, the three-story cabin, her cabin, paid for with every overtime shift at the Reno casino and the final $180,000 from her IRA, hummed with the sound of Colleen's laughter and the clink of champagne flutes. Ruth, 71, silver hair braided tight, listened through the open French doors. "Mom's fine in the condo," Colleen said, voice bright with mimosas. "Dad's poker buddies need the bunkhouse for the celebrity tournament. Image, babe." Mark, Colleen's husband, chuckled. "She'll love it quiet. We'll comp her a weekend in the off-season." The words landed softer than the pine needles under her slippers, but they cut deeper. She set the mug on the rail, walked the length of the dock, and unhooked the for sale sign she'd printed at 3 a.m. in the Reno Kinko's. Day 1, Friday. By noon, the realtor, Jenna Park, arrived in a white Tahoe hybrid. Ruth handed her the folder. Appraisals, improvement receipts, drone photos of the new Trex decking in the stone fire pit. Listed at $950. Ruth said, "Cash offer preferred. I keep the dock and the Adirondack on it." Jenna's eyebrows rose, but she nodded. "You sure? Your daughter is inside planning my exile. Let's move fast." The sign went up at 2 p.m. By 4 p.m., 3 tech bros from San Francisco were FaceTiming the boathouse. Colleen found Ruth folding laundry in the guest room that was supposed to be hers. "Mom, what is that in the yard?" "A change of plans." "You can't sell. This is our legacy." "It was my retirement. You turned it into your Airbnb." Colleen's mouth opened, closed. Mark appeared, phone in hand. "The listing says owner retains dock and 1 rocking chair. What the hell, Mom?" "Exactly what it says." Day 2, Saturday. Offers rolled in. Ruth sat on the dock with her laptop, rejecting anything under $925K. She transferred the cabin's utilities to a new account, sole name Ruth Marie O'Connor. At dusk, Colleen tried tears. "We'll lose the tournament sponsorship. Think of the kids." Ruth rocked in the Adirondack, the one her husband Tom had built the summer before cancer took him. "I am thinking of the kids. They'll visit me in Reno. I'll teach them to skip stones." Mark stormed out to the bunkhouse, slamming doors loud enough to scatter the Stellar's jays. Day 3, Sunday. A cash offer landed at 11:07 a.m. from a Bay Area couple who wanted to close in 10 days. Ruth signed the acceptance from the dock, lake lapping at the pylons like applause. Colleen burst through the screen door at noon, eyes red. "Are you really doing this?" "Already done." "Where will we go?" "Same place you planned for me. Figure it out." Ruth loaded the rocking chair into her Subaru, strapped the for sale sign across the roof like a trophy. She left the keys to the main house on the kitchen island next to a single post-it. "Dock mine, chair mine, memories negotiable." 10 days later, closing day. The new owners, Priya and Daniel, met Ruth at the notary and state line. They were kind, asked about the best hiking trails, promised to honor the dock easement she'd carved into the deed. Colleen arrived late, mascara streaked. "Mom, please, one more chance." Ruth handed her the spare key to the Reno condo, 2-bedroom, ground floor, no stairs. "This is yours now. Rent's paid through December. After that, you're on your own." Colleen stared at the key like it burned. Epilogue, November. Ruth's new A-frame sat on a half-acre lot 20 minutes from the lake. Solar panels, star-lit deck, propane stove that didn't need Wi-Fi. She bought it for $420,000 cash. The rest went into a trust for her grandkids' college. Beneficiary? Direct descendants who visit without asking for money. Every Saturday, she drove to the public dock, unloaded the Adirondack, and rocked while the lake turned indigo. Fishermen nodded hello. Kids asked to skip stones.
She taught them the wrist flick Tom had taught her. One crisp afternoon, Colleen's minivan pulled in. The grandkids spilled out, Ellie, 10, and Liam, 7, carrying a picnic basket. "Grandma, we brought sandwiches." Colleen hovered by the car, uncertain. Ruth waved her over. "Sit. Ham or turkey?" Colleen took turkey, eyes on the water. "I listed the condo. Mark's moving to Vegas for the tournament circuit. I kept the bunkhouse furniture." Ruth buttered a roll. "Good. You'll need it." Silence, comfortable as flannel. Ellie tugged Ruth's sleeve. "Can we come every weekend?" "Every weekend you're not grounded," Ruth said. Liam giggled. Colleen exhaled. "I'm sorry, Mom." "I know. Pass the mustard." The sun dropped behind the mountains, painting the lake gold. Ruth rocked, chair creaking like an old friend. The dock stretched into the water, hers by deed, theirs by grace. She rang the little brass bell she'd bolted to the armrest. Ding! Clear across the water, clean as forgiveness.